If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Evening, boys.
Evening, Sally.
Welcome to The Chatting, your local pubcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Kirk.
I'm Mark.
And I'm the other Mark. 3 pints, Sally. And what are you having?
Just get me a Coke.
Cheers. I'll fetch him over.
Evening, boys.
Evening,
Roberto.
Rob.
We all right?
All right.
All good?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Been up to out?
No.
No, I've been working. That's about it.
Yeah. Me too. Well, me too. Working.
Yeah.
Always busy.
I went for a walk at the weekend.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Where to?
Why are you laughing as if I'm not capable of walking?
Well, we all walk. I mean, I walked to the bathroom. You know, I walked to take my wheelie bin out. Well, so what do you mean a walk? What do you mean a walk?
I didn't mean that kind of walk.
Right.
We went to the Peak District,
Oh, wow.
and we went to a place called it's Bleaklow. I think it's Bleaklow anyway. Bleaklow. Yeah.
Not a great name, is it? That.
Well,
it's not really.
It's not got much luck because in 1948, it's when a B-29, I think it's Fortress bomber.
Wow, it's coming out with facts
Crashed.
already.
Yes.
Yeah, I've
Crashed. Have you been?
Do you know about it?
Yeah.
Were you there?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is amazing. So basically, Mark, because you clearly don't know,
I don't know.
this B-29, it's called a bomber, but it was actually a photography plane. It was taking pictures of it. It was an American.
Were the Instagram back then?
No.
Yeah.
It was an American plane, obviously flying from a British base.
Yeah.
And whilst doing the flight, it was really foggy. It was flying too low, and came out the clouds and realised it was ploughing straight into the Peak District, and did. And all
No radar.
I either want to say all 13 or all 18.
I don't know.
Just say all the crew.
All the crew died. But they've never ever removed any of the wreckage.
What?
They've never removed the wreckage.
Why?
They just didn't. They wanted to leave it there as
So hang on a minute. So you've been to this Peak District called
Bleaklow.
Bleaklow.
Yeah.
You've walked up this mountain.
Yeah.
And there's just a plane all scattered all over.
Yeah.
And its body's still there. What's going on there? I mean,
1948, Mark.
I know, but did they recover the body? I mean, I seriously don't know anything. Did they recover the bodies?
I'm sure they recovered the
I'm
bodies.
so-
I'm guessing they did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So while they were there, should we move this plane? No, just leave it there.
Just leave it.
What, if you're going to move bodies, pick up a bit of plane. I'm being serious.
I know you are.
It's like me picking up a crisp bag off floor and going, there's an empty Coca-Cola bottle. No, I'll leave that. I'll just pick up the crisp bag.
I mean, some people have said
Yes.
that
It's haunted.
the story's true
Yeah.
and the wreckage has been put back in place
Oh, that would be weird.
Oh, right.
for it to be something where people go and see.
In order for them to be remembered.
Yeah, it's just something. Now, I don't know. I don't know.
I have so many questions.
What the truth is, but some people do say that no, it was. Of course, it was all cleared away. Why would they think to just leave it there?
Yeah.
And then someone's gone at some point. Oh, that plane crashed there. Won't this be a good? And then some people question, well, is it the real plane? Is it the real wreckage? Is it something that they've made to look like the real wreckage? Blah blah blah. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories around it. However, if you saw it. It looks pretty real, as in like it.
How much stuff is there? Is there a big plane?
There's a lot.
I mean, what you got to remember, this is in the middle of the Peak District, right?
Yeah.
So
I know, but
I can totally understand why someone's gone there and gone, I ain't carrying all this back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not carrying all this back down this field.
yeah, but that's what they do.
Well,
Okay, so hang on, I've got loads of questions. So if they put this plane back, or that's the conspiracy,
Yeah.
or that's the thought. I mean, at what point? When did they do it? Like 10 years ago? Like last week?
Well, I went
70s?
when I went to see it would have been.
When was
I'd have been 14. So that's
Right,
what.
and it was there?
30 years ago. Yeah.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, are we talking big bits of plane here? Did you get any photos?
Yeah.
Have you
do
got
you
proof?
want to see a photo?
Yeah, I mean, our listeners can't see this. They'll be going, oh, we can't see it.
I've got a funny feeling that a lot of people probably already know about it. I think
Well,
it's
I've
only
never
you
heard
that
about it.
doesn't know about it.
Never heard about this plane. Never heard of this mountain called Bleak
Right.
Row. Oh, okay. That looks like
That's
part of
like
the engine.
a propeller.
Wow.
Um,
Somebody
Look.
stood there like looks like he's using it as a table.
it was quite snowy up there. Look at that.
Wow.
That's one of the wheels with the actual tyre on,
Wow. Well,
an American flag.
So I've got a bit of a story
Right, okay.
that's linked to this. So when we was younger, we started what was back then called a youth action group in this local area.
Mm-hmm.
So we worked alongside the local police officer when there used to be such a thing.
PC Plus,
yeah. And we set up a youth action group. Mark Hill was the chairman.
oh,
I was the vice chairman.
Wow.
We had a secretary. We had meetings, and basically,
is that it? Just 4 of you
well, no, there was other
members?
kids, I suppose, as we were then. We were literally like 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And we arranged fundraisers. We arranged money for money for charity. We arranged days out for kids. And one thing that we sort of like raised money for and did was there's a place in Crookston, so a place called Crookston, and it's a barn. It's a converted barn, and they use it as like a youth hostel sort of thing.
Right.
So like
Okay.
sleeps
Yeah.
loads of people, and got like big communal areas and stuff. It's in middle of nowhere, and we went there. So we went along with obviously a couple of coppers
Yeah.
that went with us, a couple of other adults, and even some of us. So I'd have been about 14, 15, therefore Mark would have been 18. You know, so we were a bit older, and then we took some of the younger ones as well.
Yep.
So like my younger sister and their friends and stuff.
Okay.
And obviously while you're up there, you can obviously go walking. We also arranged to go like abseiling, rock climbing. They did like orienteering. So it really good. We went for about 3 or 4 days, you know. And when we was there, we got some of the younger kids. Now, a friend of mine, I say mine, you know him as well, Rob. I don't think you do, Mark. Which is Andy Clements.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in the Navy at the time, and he was coming back on leave, and he met us there.
All right.
And so when he arrived, he got some of his kit with him.
His kit.
Yeah, his kit, like his
Football kit.
well, no, his Navy kit.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Okay. So we decided that night we was going to tell some ghost stories to the
Oh.
younger kids.
Brilliant. You
Right.
won't get away with that nowadays.
So obviously we were telling them about this plane that crashed
Yeah.
in the moors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
We're
obviously
having a campfire.
and
Was it raining?
What-
Was it dark? And was it foggy?
we was inside. We open fire.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking, by the way, these kids would have been 10 years old, 11 maybe. And we told them about the story about the plane crashing into the into the moors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how legend has it that the pilot,
Legend has it. Like
legend has it,
Legend has
still
it like
that
it.
the pilot haunts the area and
right.
stuff. Okay. So then they were all, oh yeah, you know, scared of it. They were like, right, off you go to bed. So off they went to bed. At which point, Mark Hill
Got dressed up as the pilot.
got Andy Clements' gas mask,
This is great.
climbed up onto the roof of the barn
Yes.
to the skylight that went into the bedroom of the kids, and switched a torch on under his face under the gas
Oh,
mask.
my goodness me.
And just started knocking on the
A slow
thing.
not
but also at the Crookston barn there was also an old-fashioned air raid siren, so one that you wind.
Oh, that
Like,
sound itself is quite.
So literally, one of us started winding this air raid siren
Yeah.
as Mark starts knocking on the
Glass, on the panel.
wearing this gas mask on the roof. All we heard from downstairs was these kids scream, and I mean absolutely scream. I mean, looking back now, I'm not surprised. I mean, I can imagine that would have been scary for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
It'd be scary for me.
But 10, 10 and 11-year-old kids.
Are they scarred for life, these kids? Are they all in mental homes or something?
Must be. But it were brilliant prank. It worked absolutely great.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But yeah, that was linked to that.
But it was a good walk. I enjoyed it.
So can I just ask you, Rob, then before you went up there, I presume you'd heard about this, you knew about it, and you purposely went up there to look at this wreck?
Correct.
Oh, right, okay. And was it what you thought?
It was better than what I thought. I mean, it's hard to talk about it in a way that's like, it's so, because you also want to take pictures, but it's like you kind of want to be respectful at the same time.
You
do you know what I mean?
It a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not too soon.
No,
So it's fine.
I know what you mean. But the walk itself is really nice because it took us an hour and 40.
Only.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's four. I think it's at 4.6 kilometres.
Mark's happy just looking at pictures.
I'm going to say I'll just look at pictures. I mean, bearing in mind you went recently, so it's been pretty cold.
Yeah.
So-
it was -5.
So what are you thinking? I don't know.
It was actually -5. We left ours. It was minus. So it was 0 degrees.
What?
And obviously because it's Manchester way and you're getting up higher, it does go colder. But I think it does tend to get colder later on in the morning, doesn't it? So when I get up for work, let's say I'll get in my car and it's 1 degree. By about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, the temperature sometimes drops because generally I'll get in the car and it's -3.
Do you not
But
put the heater on?
Yeah.
Well,
That would help.
on. Of course.
That brings the temperature up.
Well, yeah, but when you first get in it, I mean, I've got an electric car, so I can get in the car already at 23 degrees because I can just turn it on when I wake up.
23 degrees.
Yeah, when I wake
That's
up, I can just
ludicrous.
boom, put it on.
Ludicrous.
I know I'm just going to completely go off piece here, but I just want to talk about a temperature for just 1 second.
Oh, okay.
And I think we've touched onto it before, but we've said about how we have different temperatures in this house. Right, I was reading something the other day about how cold it is, and there's how these news websites could give little tips to how to keep warm,
Yes.
particularly for old people or vulnerable people. And it goes, but don't look at me, I'm not vulnerable.
You were reading it.
I know, but
You were reading it. You obviously saw the headline and go, oh,
no, I didn't.
that looks interesting.
No, I didn't read it going, oh, that's for me. I was like, oh, I'll read this for old people, like perhaps for you too. But it was saying like, wear socks and wear jumpers and things like all that lot. And it was saying optimum temperature to have in your house is 18 degrees.
Yep, that's why I bet 'em.
Yeah, and I just think there's no way. I mean, I know me and you, Rob, we have it about 22, something like that, 23.
22.
20, and I'm still cold.
If I walk in the house, I normally walk in at 18 because it's not been on. And as soon as I walk in, I'm like, oh, gosh,
Yeah, but you
it's
do know that it's
freezing in
what
here.
you're used to.
Yeah.
Your body is what you've got it used to.
I know that, but it's this article like saying if you're old and vulnerable, make sure you have it 18. As if like you have it 18, you'll be nice and toasty. I'm like, no, you're not toasty at 18. You're still in hypothermia mode.
So if my thermostat, I normally let it get down to about 12.
That's
down
just
to
crazy.
about 12, and then I'll put heating on, and I'll have it set so it shuts off the heating at 17.5.
Well, that you should have it 18 because it's saying if you're old and vulnerable, you need to have it 18. But even to me, all the point I'm saying is at 18, it's still bloody cold.
I don't know how you afford it.
But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in.
I don't know how you afford it.
It is expensive these days, isn't it?
Can I just ask, this mountain range you went to, was it busy? Were there lots of people around?
It was quite quiet when we got there, but it got busier as we were coming down because we
right.
went there quite early.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Question over. Thank
Is
you.
that you? Oh.
That's I've
Glad you're
completed
done.
my question. Thank
Well,
you.
it sounds like you've had a very productive time, Rob. Going
yeah.
for a walk and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
very
say
nice.
so.
Nice, fresh walk.
Yes.
I'm hoping to do more of it this year, so
Oh,
I might
brilliant.
even go and have a revisit back myself. To be
Yeah, I
honest.
think you should.
Yes.
So as you've probably realised, we have no Mark again. He's still not feeling very well. So he sends his apologies, but what he has done is he has sent us a letter.
I thought I saw something on the
Yes, a
side.
little
there.
letter.
What
He
does it
sends
say?
a letter, and it does say, "Boys, open after hellos, etc."
Okay.
Oh, well, we've done the
Have we done that? Have we done the hellos and etc.?
We definitely have.
All right. So shall I open it?
Open it.
Open it.
He's taped it and everything, and just
Quite efficient for Mark.
as you probably know, guys, we don't know. I can swear to you, we don't know
plan.
what's in this letter.
Yeah, we've no idea.
We've no idea what's in this letter.
I mean, it could be, guys, I've won the lottery. You don't need to work anymore.
Absolutely, you never know.
It looks quite lengthy.
Well, first things first.
Well, there's two pages.
It's typed.
Oh, wow.
Which is
When you said typed, he's done it on his typewriter.
well.
As in,
I don't think so. No, he's probably upgraded to a computer.
If you hadn't have done that effect, then I wouldn't have known what you were talking about.
Exactly. Thank you. That's why.
What was it?
Ching, ching.
You
I'm
got it.
even doing actions.
You had a very posh typewriter, didn't you?
I did. But what I'm saying is, he did say it. Kirk did say he did it on his typewriter.
Yeah, he did.
When he's technically that's wrong.
Actually, I
Anyway.
didn't.
You said
he just typed.
I
You
said
said
it's typed.
Typed. Well, it's
Which
not.
is typed.
It's not. It's printed.
No, that's printed, but he's had to type it in.
I've got a bit.
Well, he's splitting
And
hairs.
I've got to say, I'm glad he did type it because has Mark got neat handwriting?
Oh, I can't say anything. My handwriting is appalling.
Is
so
it?
I can't say
You need
anything.
to
Do you know
be
it?
a doctor.
It's funny. I don't think I've really seen any of your handwriting.
Mine's really neat.
Is it?
Yes.
That's-
Have you all that? What about all them birthday cards, Christmas cards I sent you?
Oh yeah.
What about all them?
Yeah.
Are them all handwritten? I send them loads.
I
You hear me?
can have neat handwriting, but 9 times out of 10 it's not.
Oh, mine's really neat. In
Right.
fact, sometimes I even write with the I put a ruler on and write with the ruler so it keeps it straight.
Well, do you know what's funny? I have to get a piece of paper and put it. I have to rest my hand on the other piece of paper because I'm left-handed.
'Cause you've got a quill?
I smudge all the writing, so I have to rest my hand on another piece of paper so I don't get ink everywhere. Anyway,
Am I reading this letter?
Yes,
Yes.
back to Mark.
Right,
Let's
okay.
off you go.
So seriously, guys, we've no idea what this says. So as I'm reading it, we're hearing it for the first time.
Okay.
So it could say anything.
oh, yeah.
Hi, boys. Firstly, Happy New Year. Happy New
Happy
Year.
New
Happy New
Year,
Year,
Mark.
Mark. Yes.
I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Since starting our podcast over 2 years ago, we've managed to connect to an incredibly supportive and diverse audience, some of whom have been very forthcoming in sharing their feedback, some via messages on our socials, some via email, and some of those closer to us in person. This has not only been about our content, but also in sharing their stories, whether that be personal struggles or success in overcoming personal struggles. And I know we all agree that it is incredibly touching. It means so much to us all that we have somehow managed to connect with the people on such a personal level, and they feel that they are able to reach out to us, which inspires us immeasurably. Thinking about this over the last few weeks has given me the strength to write this. I know I've been in contact with the three of you over the last few weeks during my absence, but I feel it's important that I should do my bit to maintain and reciprocate the honesty shown to us by our listeners. P.S. I hope you didn't choose Mark to read this.
What's he saying? I would have read that beautifully, like a
there's
poem.
some long words. There's some long words. As you are all aware, I've been missing from the chat-in for the last couple of episodes, and it's likely that I won't return for probably another couple of weeks. Although the boys have mentioned I've not been well, and I appreciate that they didn't want to disclose specific details, I feel it is important to share this all with you now. To put it bluntly, it's been a very difficult time of my life as I've been battling with my mental health. Towards the end of last year, it was becoming more and more apparent that something was seriously wrong, and although I tried to continue with the typical steadfast approach I normally take, this wasn't going to work this time. I needed to reach out for professional help and subsequently was advised to put the brakes on before I got any worse. My ability to carry out normal day-to-day tasks was becoming more and more of a challenge, both in my professional life as well as my personal life. This was increasingly becoming apparent in social environments and also on the podcast. I would like to add that throughout this time I have had some fantastic support from both my colleagues at work, and I must say a special thank you to my incredibly supportive manager, Steve. I really am lucky to work for such a people-orientated company. I would like to say a huge thank you to my friends who have been there, either in person or by dropping me a message of support. And lastly, and by no means least, I want to say a huge thank you to my wife, Helen. I'm incredibly fortunate to have someone so understanding and supportive in my life. I would like to finish by wishing you all a Happy New Year, and I would also like to say a massive heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for your continued support for us and our podcast. This support gives us the strength and motivation to continue creating content for you. You're in safe hands with these three, and as Arnie famously said, get to the... no, not that one. Okay, you get the drift. Speak soon. The other Mark. P.S. Don't let Mark see all this wasted paper.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I was going to comment. There's only got 3 lines, bless him, on that last piece of paper. So, yeah, he read my mind, Mark. So,
well, first things first, Mark. And I didn't know you was gonna you was gonna write that, or that you was gonna put that there for us. I know how hard it will have been for you to write that, and I know how hard it will have been for you to share that with everybody. And I appreciate your honesty, and I appreciate you laying it out there bare. I think it, like you said, we have had some people reach out to us in the past over the last 2 years and talk to us about how this podcast has helped their mental health, helped them through some dark times.
Yeah.
Has made them feel part of a part of something, and stuff. And so to be open, so laid open, so bare there with with the general public, hats off to you, and fair play. And before we start talking about anything else, you've got a lot of support, you've got a lot of love around you, and you've always got people that are here for you, in numbers and numbers and numbers. But from us three, to you, we love you lots, and we're always here for you, no matter what. Even if it is just a vent, or even if tell us what we're doing wrong, or
Yeah.
And I know you'll get back on your feet. I know you'll beat this, and I know that you'll be with us before you know it. But fair play for you to put it out there, mate. And like you say, if the listeners feel close enough and connected enough to us to reach out to us to talk about their struggles, we don't always read them out or talk about them because we don't know whether them people want them sharing.
Yeah.
But they're always nice to hear. I don't know whether I can say that, because obviously it's not nice to hear that someone's struggling or that has struggled, but nice to hear that we can help.
yeah.
We can help.
Yeah.
Anything that you two want to say about?
Well, as much as we knew the score, it's still not easy to hear that.
No, it's not.
It's not easy at all, is it? I was
Try reading it.
I know. Well, I know.
Listen, don't give it me. I can't. I won't be able to read it.
I was thinking. Initially, I would have just reached forward for a piece of paper to read. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have struggled to read that, I think, a little bit. Knowing. Well, I don't know what he's going through at all, but knowing what I know, obviously we're ahead of the curve to all our listeners, but still, when you hear it like that and you think, oh,
so
gosh.
raw.
Yeah. And I take my hat off to you, Mark, if you're listening to this episode. I know you do listen to him, unlike the other Mark.
No, he is the other Mark. Don't get
sorry.
Don't get this all confused.
Like Mark.
I listen to them all. It's the other Mark that doesn't listen.
Yeah. I take my hat off to you for being so honest, because I agree. I think it is important that people know why you're not here, because we've always been advocates of talking. That's what we do on the chat in. We talk to each other, and we've never made any lie or anything different. That we obviously talk more than what we do on these microphones, because there's some things that do tend to not want to be shared over a microphone for the entire world to know. But we also do talk about it on the podcast. We've had a whole episode with it, with Andy's Man Club. So I think it is really important that we are honest and upfront about these things when they are happening in our actual real lives, not just a conversational topic. So thank you for being so honest, to give all the listeners a reason why you're not here at the minute. Because I'll be honest, I felt like it was getting quite difficult for us to know what to say, to tell them, because it's almost like it's not our place to say
Well,
this.
obviously, I've already, over the last week, I've already had a couple of text messages from people saying, is Mark okay?
Yeah,
You know?
I did wonder when
Which
that
is
would
nice.
start to
It's
happen.
nice that, I mean, literally, these people that have texted me don't overly know Mark. Obviously, they know of him.
Yeah.
But for him to reach out to me and say, look, is he all right? You know, it's nice. It's nice. But
yeah, I mean, I just want to sort of put my 2 pence in as well and sort of echo what you guys have said, you know, about the situation and about Mark, and yeah, hats off to Mark for coming out and being honest. And as you said, Rob, on this podcast, we like to be as honest about everything we do, about our lives and what we get up to. But it was getting tricky for us to say, well, Mark can, he's been ill. How long's he ill for? To a point where people get worried about him, and we didn't want people to worry. But then at the same time, it weren't our place to say why he wasn't here. So that sort of kind of made it a little bit easier for us. But of course, it's not about us; it's about Mark. And for Mark to A, write that letter to us, and B, let us share that with our listeners is a big thing. And I'm sure there's people out there that's going to listen to this episode and probably relate to what Mark's going through. And I don't mean that as in it's a good thing in the point as in when we get to these dark places, it's always about being able to share that and being able to relate to things, because then you don't feel alone. And so it's a good thing. And when I use the word good very loosely, I think it's a good thing for our listeners to think, well, you know what, I've been there. I mean, I know I've sort of been in dark places and stuff. And again, I'm not saying that I can relate to what Mark's exactly going through, but as humans, we have ups and downs in lives, and I know, as you said, Kurt, some of our listeners do reach out to us, and we don't share some of that stuff because they send private message to us, and we don't, but we know people have their ups and downs and stuff. And of course, unfortunately, it's Mark's turn, if you like. I mean, I'm not saying it's his turn to be like this, but it's sad that he's going through this. I want Mark to get back in a better place. I want him to get back with us, and I know with time he will, and he'll be back with us. And again, if you're listening, Mark, be back soon, and we miss you.
Yeah, I think it's important that he takes the time that he needs, rather than thinking, because that's the thing that I would hate, is for him to think, I'm letting the boys down. I've got to get back on the podcast. Like, we absolutely miss you. Not only do we miss you as a friend and having you around, but I absolutely miss the hell out of you ripping the pee out of Mark.
I'm not missing that.
And I'm sure our listeners are missing actually laughing at our podcast.
I know. I'm sure that. I mean, I don't know whether tonight's will be, but our podcasts have been a bit longer since Mark's not here, because we tend to stay on a topic for a longer period of time without getting moved around.
Break turned by Mark.
Yeah. But I think the thing I was going to say was, this is quite an eye opener. Or has been quite an eye-opener for me, in that this is everybody, a lot of people know this, most people would know this, I think, that you the person that you see, you don't know what they're going through, because before any of this came out, before Mark opened up to us to say, guys, I am going to have to step back from the podcast for a little while, you wouldn't really have known you wouldn't know there was anything wrong with him. You wouldn't have known by looking at him.
No.
There was the odd thing that, that you can almost go, seems a bit off today, but you wouldn't assume that his mental health's not okay. You wouldn't assume, because why would you automatically assume that about somebody? But you just tell these little things, but it really opened my eyes a little bit to think, wow, you really don't know what people are going through. You really don't know what's going on in their heads.
Absolutely not.
And there's still this almost like requirement or need, or the feel as though it's a requirement or need to mask.
Yeah.
And to mask what's going off in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you both know how close I am to Mark. You know, he's been one of my best friend for 35 years. And you know, both me and Mark through his life has gone through ups and downs, as we all have. And I think the thing that will that concerned me the most when I first started talking to Mark about the way he was feeling and stuff. And I think people that also know Mark on the periphery know Mark as a very happy-go-lucky, positive, you know, glass half full, the joker of the group, the first one to, you know, pick up a microphone, the first one to dance on the table, the first one to, you know, get dressed up, the first one to run round the dog track naked. Do you know what I mean? These sorts of things.
Yeah.
So I think that, you know, the first thing that hits you with something like that is when someone like that, or is that's perceived like that, is then struggling with their mental health. I think their first port of call is to mask it even more, because they know what kind of persona that they have, or how they're perceived to other people. So almost feels as though that's what they need to live up to, if you like. And the thing is with mental health, it's not about not having a good time. It's not about not being happy. That's not what it's about. It's just about struggling with the way that your mind works. It's struggling about how you process things in your brain, and how you deal with things.
Yeah.
But I still think that it's so scary even in the world that we live in now, is that it's still a problem. I don't mean mental health's a problem. I mean, it's still a problem to talk about it. It's still a problem or it still feels like a problem. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It does, but I do think, again, because I'm a little bit older than you guys, you're right, it is, but I think it's better than it used to be.
Look, I agree. Sorry, I know I'm butting in, but I agree with you, because I remember once speaking to, he was someone that I worked with, and really, really, really nice bloke, got on really well with him, and he was gay. Well, he still is. He still is gay. And I remember having a conversation with him over some drinks. We'd had a few drinks, if you like, and we got talking about homosexuality and stuff like that in the modern day. And I was basically saying I can't understand that in this day and age, how there's still people that are homophobic, how there's still people that you know, beat people up just because of their sexuality,
the stigma,
or that think less of them because of their sexuality or whatever. You know, it blows my brain. And he said that something that struck my chord. He said the thing is, if I had to choose one time in life to live how I am now, it would be right now. So although it's not perfect, it's still the best it's ever been. Right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, and that just, you know, based on what you've just said there, Mark, that although it's not where it needs to be or where it's perfect when it comes to mental health or whatever, I suppose compare that to 20 years ago, 30 years ago, in your case, 120 years ago.
Don't get it. It's like having Mark back with us.
Then yeah, you know, times are better. But I do think that, is it okay for me to say that especially men? I'm not saying that women don't suffer with mental health. Of course they do. Of course they do. But I still do think that it is a.
It's a more male. It tends to be more males.
Well, I would say it's nothing to do. The mental health side of it isn't anything to do with men. It's the fact that a trait of men is that we don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
We don't know how to communicate. We're not very good at expressing our feelings and being, what do they call it now? It's like something mature. Emotionally mature. And I'm not saying that we are immature. We are to some degree.
You are.
Yeah, I am. But we do struggle with our feelings at times, and I think it's because we can't convey them very well at times. It then compounds the issue.
Do you think that's the case though, Rob? Do you think it's the case that we don't understand them enough ourselves, or don't know how to communicate it, or do you think that there's still an element of expectation and pressure from a male perspective, that it's not a masculine thing, that you're almost showing a side of weakness, vulnerability, which is, people will be very quick to say, well, that's poppycock, that's rubbish, you're allowed to be vulnerable and stuff like that. But I'm a big believer, a massive believer, in men and women are very different. They're programmed very different.
Of course they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's no right or wrong. That's I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is they're just programmed very differently. And we are fueled by testosterone. We're fueled by our DNA and our chromosomes as men. And that goes right back, to hunter-gatherer, to protector, to provider, and these things are hard baked into male, as there is with females.
Yeah.
With different traits. And again, no right or wrong. But what I'm saying is that because these things are hard baked into us, no matter how much we tell ourselves it's okay to talk about these things, no matter how much we tell ourselves that it's okay to be vulnerable, our bodies won't allow us to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that it's like, how do we bring... I mean, you've got charities like Andy's Man Club, which are doing a fantastic job, an absolute phenomenal job for men's mental health and stuff, and the way that they've really got, a lot of traction over the last few years, especially after COVID, is been brilliant. I literally see them everywhere. I mean, they're on TV and all sorts now, aren't they? Like they're literally, they're popping up everywhere. And fair play to them, and good job to them. But it's still a problem. It's still a problem. I'm sure I've read somewhere, and I don't know whether this is the right time to guess a statistic, but I still think that, is it not a statistic that the biggest killer of men between the ages of 30 and 50 is suicide?
Yeah, no, that's still.
I mean,
correct.
Why are we not talking about this every day?
Yeah.
Why is this not rammed down people's throats? That this is a problem. This is a problem. And by the way, guys, I just want to be very clear. I'm not sat here saying that Malt's suicidal. I'm not saying that.
No.
What I'm saying is, from men's mental health, we've said from the start, when we started this podcast, that we got a bit of stick at first, just from a couple of people, but we did get a bit of negativity about our podcast, about why do I want to sit here and listen to four middle-aged white men? They already rule the world. Why would I want to listen to it?
I don't rule anyone or anything. Me, I'm just sat doing my thing.
But you ignore idiots like that, and you get to the point of, we're just four middle-aged men that have lived a life, that are living a life, and that have still got a bit to go. And do you know the? Sorry, I know I'm waffling a bit here, but my daughter said something the other week, right? And it's just stuck with me. It's really stuck with me. Now, she didn't say it to me. She said it to her mum. And basically, her and her mum had had a bit of a row, as you do with a 16-year-old girl or whatever. They'd had a bit of a falling out. And her mum had realised that maybe she'd got the wrong end of the stick, or maybe, gone off on one a bit too much, or whatever it was. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm only telling this story because Kylie told me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she ended up turning around to Scarlett and saying, "I'm sorry about earlier. I'm sorry that we fell out, and I'm sorry I was wrong in saying that or whatever." This is Kylie to Scarlett.
Scarlett, okay.
And Scarlett looked at her and said, "It's okay, Mum. It's your first time living as well."
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's quite that's a very mature thing to come out with, but also really quite not clever. But
what sort of tone did she say it in?
No,
it wasn't in a bad way.
No, I'm just saying.
This is what I mean.
Listen, I wasn't there like you were, so she could have said it in a sarcastic way.
Yeah, no.
But that's what I'm saying. How was it said?
In a very genuine, heartful way of basically saying, it's okay.
Yeah, she said it in that type. Okay.
You can make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because we're all just making this up as we go along, aren't we?
Yeah.
Whether we're parents,
Yeah.
Whether, when someone's 70-ish, well,
I don't know. I can always ask someone when I bump into someone who's nearly 70.
yeah, but that's the first time they're 70.
Yeah.
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 So like the age that we're living now, the time that we're living now is the first time we've done it. It's the first time we've done it at the age that we are doing it at, in the situation that we're doing it at.
It's the first time and only time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so when people say, I'll always remember, my mum or my dad when I was younger or whatever, when they were talking about parenting, and they'd say, there is no book. There's plenty of self-help books, if you like, but there's no
manual,
There's
is
no
there?
manual, thank you. That's the word I was
Manual.
looking for. Mark. There's no manual to it. You're just making it up as you go along. And fundamentally, that's what we're doing about in life. We're just going through the days and dealing with what's put in front of us or whatever. But we still put so much pressure and expectation on ourselves, don't we?
Yeah. To know the answers.
Well, to know the answers, to be able to fix things, to be able to put things in boxes, to be able to think that that's right, that's wrong.
To deal with something in a split decision and make the right call, the right decision in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think that, like you've said, Mark, it's better now than it used to be. But I just hope that it gets better. I hope that the situation gets better. I hope that in life, in general, across the world, that men start to truly believe, and I mean truly believe, that, pinching it from Andy's Man Club, it's okay to talk. Genuinely.
I mean, I'll just come in, and although I've said it's better, just to clarify what I mean, when I say it's better than it used to be, I'm talking about the awareness is better than it used to be. The help for men and for people in general is better. What I don't think is better is mental health itself is not better. And what I mean by that is, if you
the
go,
numbers of people that are suffering with it.
Now I know that we can take this conversation to a whole new level, and I don't want to go there. But people, our lifestyles are faster now. There's more pressure at a younger age, and all this. There's lots of factors going off, and I don't want to go in there with that. But back in, like, let's say 70s and 80s, of course the people had mental health issues, but I don't think. And although when I say it's better, obviously they've got more help now than they had way back in 70s or 80s. If you said you had mental health issues in 80s, people would literally look at you and go, "You need to be locked up."
Yeah,
Straight jacket type of thing. You don't get that now if you say that to people. Obviously, I know there's still people that don't understand that, a bit like you were saying about gay people. There's still people out there that don't accept that. But going back to the mental health thing, yes, it's better in the sense as in people are more aware of it and there's more help out there. But I do think it's a bigger problem now than it was back then. Yeah, people had mental health issues, but I think there's more people now with mental health issues than ever.
Or is there? But because we're more aware of it and people are almost made to feel a little more comfortable than they ever have been before, are actually opening up more than they ever did, and are actually not scared to say that.
Well, there is a debate about that. There is a debate as in, well, were they say these same numbers back then, but people just didn't open up or they didn't admit it.
Well, they were scared of the people you were talking about saying he needs locking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And of course there's the possibility that more, people was dealing with it back then, and I'm sure there were a number of people. But I think if I had to choose and sit on the side of a fence, I would say that there is more people suffering with it now.
Yeah.
I don't know that for a fact. The only reason why I said that is because we live in, like Mark just said, we live in a very different world now.
Yeah.
A very different world. So as much as, in the 70s, 80s, there were issues. Of course there were issues. But they tended to be around a single issue, or it tended to be about whether you've got a job or not, or it tended to be about, that sort of thing.
It's very more simplistic.
But life was more simplistic. It was slower, for starters. It was much slower. And it was a very simplistic lifestyle.
Yeah.
The world that we live in now, you are connected 24/7.
Yeah.
And you are plugged into the rat race, to the world, 24/7. Now, whether that be there's things that you watch on TV, whether it be that you get less sleep now because there's more things to entertain you,
more
or whatever.
Stimulation.
More stimulation, absolutely. chance to be a fight. But there's just more. There's more things to occupy your brain. There's more things to. But what comes with that as well is work. Work seems to expect more and more and more and more.
And that's what I don't like about the world today. There's more, as you said, there's more things that occupy our brain, and I think that's a bad thing. I don't like that.
I don't mind the fact of things occupying my brain. I think the thing is that I struggle with more than anything is the constant how it feels. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people out there that do work or jobs or careers that they love. They work for themselves or whatever it is. But I'm talking about as a majority. A majority of people. You know, if they won the lottery, they'd quit their job the same day. Yeah, not because they'd quit and do nothing. Yeah, but they'd quit because the job that they're doing is to earn a wage to live. Yeah,
the pressure of it. Yeah,
and the thing is I keep seeing things like people talking about, we need to move to a 4-day week, and we need to, we need to reduce the daily work in time and stuff like that. And I kind of sit there and think, well, yeah, there's a lot of countries that are moving that way. And they're showing less productivity. People are having more time at home. Surely that's a good thing. But yet I see these things talked about or discussed or debated. But then when I speak to people in the labour market, when I speak to people in jobs, actually people are working longer hours for less money. They're expected to work in more days for the same amount of money that they were on. It feels as though the talk and the debate is wanting it to go one way, but the actuality is actually going the other. Yeah. People are wanting more and more and more.
Yep.
All the time.
Absolutely.
I once said to my boss, Suzanne, I said, Suzanne.
She listens to this.
She does, yeah. Hi, Suzanne. I once said to my boss, said to her, I said, my God, whatever did we used to do before emails? And like a light, she shot back at me and said, less work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
You think about now how many emails you receive a day.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's your job, if that's something that mine's a bit more than 2, Mark. But the amount
I've had 3 today, if you don't mind.
The thing is, we live in this world, don't we? If you send an email now, if you were to get your phone out and send an email, you'd automatically presume that email has been sent, read, and actioned.
It maybe not actioned immediately, but the red part, yeah.
No, you'd just presume that
depends on who I'm sending it to.
Yeah, but you've just presumed that you've delivered that message now, and that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily wait for a response. You wouldn't necessarily wait for someone to come back and say, yes, I've read this, or, you'd just presume that that's sent, done, And someone might be sat there with jobs or whatever, where they're sending 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 emails a day.
Mm.
And all these... do you get what I mean? It's just the world that we live in is absolutely at a pace where I don't think it's sustainable. I'm just being honest. I don't think it's sustainable.
Can I just interject with something in regards to the emails? You probably, both of you will know this. There's one, is it France? There's one country that's set this thing where outside your work hours, you can't bother your employers with emails or something. Right. Is it France or is it a country that's done it?
I think it's France. I don't know 100%, but if you'd have said that and said which country is it, I'd have said I think it's France.
And I'm going to make an assumption that it's not just emails; it's communication in general.
Yeah, communication.
Or not email. I'll text them then.
Yeah. There's not a loophole.
Communication. Yeah.
It's not a loophole. I just send loads of WhatsApp.
Or if you do, you've got to be on call, so therefore you've got to be getting paid for it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's fantastic.
I mean, I know it's. I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's coming. But the problem I've got here for our listeners is I don't know how well it's going. I don't know if it's succeeding or
what in France. If we're saying it's France,
I don't know if it's working well. I don't know if it's not working well. I don't know if employers or employers are going, this is chaos. I don't know, but maybe I need to research
the thing is, it is really is a good thing because I where I am now. Absolutely no issues. It's almost like they completely respect the fact.
Well, when you were at work, you're laid on a sunbed. You're just chilled out. You're just chill. You're skipping around giving ice creams out.
Most of the time, you're recording voiceover programs that tell people they can go on the break.
You're skipping around in your flip flops at work.
I'm not talking about at work. I'm talking about when I'm off work.
Oh right.
And genuinely, they're very respectful that's your time off. Therefore, they don't bother you. However, in engineering in general, it isn't like that. You're on your day off. your phone's constantly, well, I say constantly going, there's always the fear. And I guess it depends what type of person you are as to whether it's fear or not.
Yeah.
That your phone's going to go off and someone's going to say, can you come home to work? We need you to come and work. And I can honestly tell you that gives me the anxiety. That does. Because,
it would me.
Because constantly thinking that I've always got to have an excuse as to why I can't work on my day off.
Have you got them all on your phone ready to give out?
No, but it's a genuine thing, isn't it?
You've used that one, Rob. Oh,
yeah. When someone rings you and says, Rob, can you come into work today?
I'm walking dog.
I need to do a 12-hour shift. And you're like, well, and like I said, there's people out there that might think, well, I really want the money, and therefore I'll do it. So it's great in that respect, but then when it's constant and and almost made to feel that this is actually part of your job to do this. I'm just going to say again, where I'm at now, that doesn't happen. No. But in other companies, it's almost like an expectation that one of you is going to have to make a decision because one of you needs to work.
Well, this feeds back into what we're talking about with mental health. So, for example, some people who have got those type of jobs, they're not particularly on call, but like you said, you've got that anxiety that may happen. To some people, that's stressful, and therefore, if it's stressful, because it would stress me, that would cause me stress, and that's then causes me mental health because I don't want to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to feel stressed. I don't want to feel anxiety. All them things equals to mental health to me.
Yeah,
and that's where we go. And again, we're going down this road. Each year goes by, employers want more for less. They pay less. They want more out of you. And even when you're not in the office, but
this is what I'm saying. So, do you have an email address at work, Rob?
Yeah.
Do you have an email?
Yeah.
So,
can we share it on here for everybody? So we can email you.
And do you? Is that a form? Is that the way that it's communicated at work mainly through email?
No, actually, no. We've got like our own, if you like, WhatsApp.
Right. Okay.
So we have our own internal communication channels that's faster than emails, if you like. It's not faster, but you tend to just have them.
But what I'm saying is, for an example, if the answer's no, that's great, absolutely great. But let's say you are off work, so it's your day off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a possibility that you when go into work on your next day into work?
Yeah.
And you've been sent emails while you've been off work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, fair play that they don't expect a response or they don't, expect a response. But that's still added to when you go into work on that day, you've got an element of your work day reading emails that's been sent to you on your day off.
Yeah.
Right? Which no doubt then contains actions or something that you need to do or something you need to action.
Yeah.
Which then becomes extra work on top of what you're already there to do on that day.
Yeah.
So somebody's been sat there while you're off and given you work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That you have to then walk into and put and do on top of your job that you're already doing on that day.
Yeah.
Have you finished? Sorry, I'm not jumping in. Have you finished?
No. That's why I was trying to say to Rob that although they don't reach out, although they're very good at not reaching out and bothering you on your day off,
they're
still supplying you with
work
emails and stuff like that for when you get back.
Yeah.
Well, that leads into a question I have for you. So this WhatsApp group that you're in, right?
Yeah. It's not WhatsApp, but yeah.
Oh, it's not. Well, I thought you said it was.
No. We've got our own internal
messaging system.
Okay.
That's like something like WhatsApp.
Oh, it's something like that. Okay. So whatever this program or system is, you've got that. So, is it part of your contract, if you like, that you've got to be sort of part of this?
No.
So that, again, that's to me, I mean, listen, this is not me stood there pointing finger at you going, well, you need to leave this group and I don't mean that. I'm talking just generally as companies. But like, back to you, Kirk, when you said with Suzanne about the email thing, back in the days when we didn't have WhatsApp and phones and email, obviously we had the old-fashioned way of telephones. So if that's not part of your contract...
But landline telephones, so if you're not there...
Yeah, landline telephones.
You're not
there. Exactly, when I said telephone, I don't mean mobiles. Yeah. So if you go to a pub, you can't be contactable. Now, but back to this group thing that you're in, it's not part of your contract, but you've got to sort of be part of it, but it's not part of your... So to me, it's like, well, if I lived in 80s, I wouldn't be in this group and I wouldn't have that pressure.
Yeah.
But you now have this pressure. It's not part of your contract, but you've got that pressure. But
mobile phones in general.
Well, exactly.
You take it to another level. Like you just said there.
It's all wrong.
Back in the 80s, you decide to go out for a walk with your missus or whatever on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And even if somebody wanted to get hold of you, they couldn't.
They couldn't. Exactly.
They couldn't.
But that's if it's like, I know your job is highly pressurised, Kirk, and emails and telephone calls flying all over the place. But again, it's expected of you, but it's not kind of part of your contract, is it? To some degree.
No.
So that's what worries me about the day and age we're in. If you were a manager back in 80s, your responsibilities would be the same.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have all this pressure of telephone calls coming through and emails coming through.
Yeah.
But they're not paying you going, oh, well, here's an extra £1,000 a year for all that crap that we're going to give. There's not. Same with you, Rob. There's none of that.
No.
If you were an engineer back in 80s at Amazon. So that's what I don't like about these companies. I think it's just not fair. It's not on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine if it's part of your contract to go, right, you've got to be part of the... You go, I don't like that, but it's part of my contract. Same with you, Kurt. It's not part of your contract. It's not... I think it's just unfair and unreasonable.
I think what's really nice, though, while we're all talking about this, is it's nice reading Mark's letter, that he's got that support from his
absolutely.
work. Because not all companies are like that.
No.
Not all companies are like that.
No.
And the fact that Mark has felt supported and felt supported by his work and felt supported by his boss, and that's really nice to hear, because you don't hear that all the time.
No.
Well, sorry, can I just jump in on this point? And that's the point I was sort of saying about, I think things have got better.
Yeah.
Because I can't say, but I think if Mark worked at this company, and again, this is no criticism of his boss because I don't know the guy, but if you were in a company back in the 80s or whatever, and you were sort of saying, I don't think the companies, again, I don't know, but the companies, would not have that time for you. I think they'd go, well, what's wrong with you? Well, I'm not feeling great. Well, if you're not feeling great, then you get a doctor's note, and if you can't, then come. And I don't think a doctor would particularly be signing you off for mental health. Then they'd be like, well, have you got a cold? No. Have you got a broken leg? No.
Is it physical?
Yeah. Well, why aren't at work? So that's what I'm saying about things have got better, because it clearly marks what companies are very sympathetic over it.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, I don't think you would have any of that.
No.
They would be like, we're sacking you, you're coming in, that's it.
I think something that I've always wondered about how this situation works when it comes to mental health is, when you're ill from work, I don't know, you've got flu, but actual flu that knocks you on your ass. Yeah. Can't get out of bed. You're really bad. Or someone's at least rang into work with that symptom of, that's why you're not coming into work today, because you've got the flu, right?
Right.
And
well,
then,
it's usually cold that they've got, but
most
people don't have flu.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but obviously there's people that do get the flu, and it wipes you out so much that you couldn't physically get into work.
Listen, I'm not saying people don't get flu.
Yeah.
But when people phone in sick and go, I've got flu.
Yeah.
They've just got a cold. And now I know a cold. I mean, I had a cold over Christmas. I felt crap, but I could get out of bed.
Yeah.
But I did feel crap. But it was cold.
Well, let me direct this at you then.
Yeah, okay.
So someone that you work with has rang in sick.
Yes.
They've got flu.
Right.
Yeah. And then you find out that night that they went to the cinema.
Right.
With their partner. And you bumped into them at the cinema.
Yep.
What would your thoughts be?
What, and they work for me or something? I'm the manager or something like that?
Not that you just work with them, but but bear in mind your workload might have increased because they're not there.
Oh, right, okay, so there's a detriment to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't really matter whether it's a detriment or not.
Well, it does, because if it's not a detriment, I don't care.
Oh, right, okay. Well, then it's a detriment to you, yeah.
Oh, then I care.
It's trebled your workload.
Oh, then I really care.
Right.
I'm really getting angry.
But what are you
He's got 9 emails to deal with.
Yeah. But what are you thinking? The fact that they rang in sick, they've got the flu, but then you've seen them out and about doing something.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
What's my thought? I'm not angry. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
If my workload's increased because of them.
Yeah.
And again, I've got to clarify, are they my best mate? If it's my best mate, I'm like, oh, mate, yeah, or is it just somebody I know?
So it depends whether you like them or not.
Right.
Yeah, of course it does.
Right. None of that should matter. It doesn't make any difference.
It matters to me. If he's my best mate, that's like saying, it's you, Rob, it's you.
Listen, right.
Like, I'm not going to snitch on you.
This is not meant to be about whether it gives you more work or not. It's not about that.
Well,
it's morally. Where's the moral standpoint on what they're doing? Right, they're not going to work. They're ringing in sick.
Yeah, it's wrong.
But then they're doing something out of work that really, if they're well enough to go on, what?
I was going to answer your question, but go on. I didn't realise you were going to go on about it a bit more.
Sorry.
Well,
For Mark, I'm having to just explain it because he clearly didn't get the point.
I get it. So I'm just ready to answer you.
You know, rather than the fact that it's just a...
Well, has this person got flu or not?
It's kind of irrelevant.
If my workload's increased
Right,
and he hasn't got flu, then I'm not happy.
Right, hold on. If he's got flu or not, he wasn't at work.
Right.
And he should have been at work.
Yeah.
And now he's at the cinema.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, my thought is, if he's well enough to go to the cinema,
Yeah.
he was well enough to go to work.
Yeah.
Right. From a person who's got flu or some sort of cold or something like
Yeah.
that. Right. Do you want to jump in on this, Kurt, before I then say the next
No,
bit?
because you're gonna say what I was gonna say.
Yeah, go
For
on.
me, it depends what they've rang in sick for.
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Has he got cold or flu? Because they're two completely different. What?
No.
Flu, you're in bed.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can't get out of bed. Cold, you can get out of bed. You can go shopping. It's
Yeah.
fine. You've just got cold.
Okay.
I DJ when I've got cold.
Okay, so now let me add in.
Right, okay.
The person has rang in
Yeah.
and said, I'm struggling with my mental health.
All right, okay.
Right.
Well, that's slightly different because that's not a physical thing.
Right.
So if they can go to the cinema, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it even goes a step further than that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the difference between a mental or a physical thing.
That's what I was thinking.
If my job required me to use my hands
Yeah.
and I'd broke my wrists,
Yeah.
then I can't go to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop me going to the cinema.
No.
No.
I'm not bedbound because of it.
Yeah.
So
And that's fine.
but that would be physical. That's what I'm saying. That it's not just physical and mental. It's a case of what reason have they? So I think you're absolutely right. I think we all probably agree with that. That if somebody's ringing in sick because they're unwell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as in like unwell to get out of bed, unwell to flu, chest infection, whatever you want to look at it, yeah. Then if they are housebound because of that and they can't come to work, then they shouldn't be
At cinema.
at cinema or
Exactly.
doing anything else.
That's what I
You
was
know.
that's what I was sort of saying,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Whereas my point is going one step further in that when it comes to mental health, it's likely to probably be good for your mental health to go to the cinema.
I know.
Or might have been,
At no point did I disagree with that.
Mark, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with you. I'm
Yeah, but
moving.
you're looking at me as if saying, don't disagree with me.
No, Mark, I'm moving the point on to another thing. It's nothing to do with you. Right? This is nothing to do with what you said. I'm saying, from a mental health standpoint, it's these sort of things you should be doing.
Absolutely.
Almost, you should be going to see your friends. You should be spending time with your partner and children if you've got them.
Yeah.
But is there still a social stigma
Yes.
that if you're off work with mental health, you should be in your home, not necessarily in bed, but you shouldn't be out
Of
and
course
about.
there's a stigma.
You shouldn't be
Of
enjoying
course,
yourself. There shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course there's a stigma about it. Yeah.
Well
Absolutely.
then you align with what I think. Yeah. And I
yeah.
don't think it's right.
No, but I agree with you. But your question to me were about this person's got flu. Well, they should be out.
He's not going to let go of this bit.
No,
is he,
well,
now?
that's it. I mean,
You are correct with that.
they should
We
be
all
out.
agree with that.
Yeah, we all agree with that.
We all agree with that.
Yeah.
But so I don't know why you're laughing at me. For.
We're not laughing at you.
I don't understand what.
I think fundamentally, I think that the world isn't going to slow down. The
No.
genie's out
It's
the
only
bottle.
going to
Yeah.
get faster.
So I think that what is important is that people talk about it more. People reach out for help more. What do you guys think about professional help, therapy, and stuff like that? Have you ever had it?
Yes.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you find it? Not through the internet.
I googled it. No, I didn't. I got it through my work, and I found it good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you enjoyed it. Well, not enjoyed it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it
I
was
found it-
beneficial.
I was about to say I found it beneficial. Yes, I did find it beneficial. It helped me. Yes. I mean, at the time, you'd sometimes when you're getting the help, you're not like, oh, I feel great. I'm all sorted.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come out of that, when you come out the other side,
From where you were initially.
and you look back on it, you go, that was good.
Yeah.
I think.
So yes.
Have I heard this exact sentiment? I don't know. But if everybody had therapy, the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
and I've never had therapy, and that's not because I don't think I've ever needed it. I don't think anyone would argue with that, but I haven't. And the amount of times I've come so close to going towards it and looking at it. In fact, I once looked at the what's this one called that's quite mainstream now? It's advertised quite a lot. Is it BetterHelp?
Better.
Is it that?
Oh yeah, is it Better Help or Better Health?
Might be Better Health. I can't. But
it's advertised on TV.
It's advertised a lot, isn't it now? Where there's like therapists from all over the world. They've probably likely got day jobs in certain areas, but in the evenings or weekends or spare time, they can earn extra money by doing it online. You could be speaking to someone at the other side of the world, but really good therapists, and you can talk to them. And I looked at that at one point because sometimes you think, oh, I don't need to bother them with my problems are like down here compared to other people's. And it's like, yeah, but therapists aren't just there for people that have got mental health issues or going through life-changing issues or things. It's just someone to talk to that's not someone that you know.
That's independent.
Yeah.
But also has a actual understanding of the human brain or the thought processes or why you might be thinking some things.
Yeah.
I've seriously looked at it quite recently, and I think it's something that I will probably follow through in, again, because it is a little bit easier to do it now. And stuff, and I've seriously considered it, and probably will. Mine basically, it's nothing to. Well, I suppose it could be. I'm already psychoanalyzing myself, but I'm an overthinker. So yeah. I spend so much of my time, overthinking things that, and even when I look back in hindsight about certain things that I have overthought about, even I can sit there and go, why? Well, the world's hard enough.
So you start overthinking about why you've overthought.
Yeah, exactly that. But I sometimes can, something latches in my brain. And it just plays and plays and plays, and then a scenario, and then 7 scenarios, and then 15 different scenarios, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And sometimes, people have said to me sometimes, "What are you thinking about?" And I think if I start telling you what I'm thinking about, right, I think you'd fall over and die. Because there's no way that I could get everything out of my brain right here, right now to say. And I talk to other people and this and other, and they're like, "No, I'm not thinking of anything." I'm like, "No, it's impossible. You can't be not thinking about anything." And some people, my wife sometimes she's going, "I'm just singing a song in my head."
I think Aina could be like that sometimes.
I'm just singing a song. I asked her a few weeks ago, and I'm like, "What song? What song are you listening? Go on then. What song?" She's like, "Neighbours theme tune." We don't even watch Neighbours. We don't even watch Neighbours. But yeah, the
everybody needs good neighbours. We're all singing it now.
And but yeah, so I'm considering it just to try and get maybe a bit of a grasp on that a little bit, rather than, it's not going to be fixed. I'm an overthinker. That's me. That's who I am. But just to be able to, maybe some coping mechanisms, maybe some ways of being able to streamline it a little bit, because sometimes it can be very draining. It can be very, very draining. I
think the idea of going through that the way that I said earlier is probably the direction that I might end up going in. Yeah, I'll have to pay for it, which is the norm, but I could go through it through work. But I feel that almost puts us an expectation that there is a serious issue, and sometimes it's not necessarily what you know. You don't even know what it is that you're feeling.
If work offer it as a thing, then it should be independent.
Yeah.
Oh, so they shouldn't know about it.
No,
work wouldn't know about it.
No, it absolutely is. But it's an acknowledgement to yourself that you're seeking
help through work, through something else.
Yeah, like that. There's a real issue. Whereas something like...
Well, it's not. You're just trying to save money. Yeah. That's all you're trying to do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. It is true. That is very true, Mark, because, again, it'll only be the same help.
Yeah.
But for free.
Well, I said it. It's the same person that's working the day, goes home at night.
I'm surprised you're not all over it, because you're like me. Save a bit of money.
Hope for no.
Do it through work.
I'm not as bad as you.
Oh, come on.
Do you know, I watched something recently when I was doing something, funnily enough, at work. I was making a video and I was looking for some content. I was looking at news broadcasts for sport stuff. Anyway, I stumbled across when do you know when they did that? It's good to talk. That's BT.
Finish a sentence and we can answer you.
ITV, and it might not have just been ITV, did that thing where all celebrities were like stopping the programs.
Oh yes,
and saying how
yes,
just talk to
I think
someone.
it was ITV. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was watching. It was ITN News, and it literally got to the end of the broadcast, and it's good night, and nothing happened, and she stood up, and she walked around the front of the desk, and all of a sudden all the CGI turned off.
oh yeah.
So everything was a blue screen at the back,
Yep.
and she just sat on the desk, and she just started talking about mental health, and that made me stop and just stare, because I was like, oh, this is different, and it really made me listen. And I thought, I really do think it's powerful when people with a status that we do stop and look at, celebrities, people that we look up to. Yeah, I think it's really important when they take a moment to highlight these things, because we do listen to them a little bit more, because we see them as a, I don't know what. I don't know
hierarchy. You see them
yeah.
as above us, don't you?
Yeah.
To some, not above us, but
I know what you mean.
But not, and yeah, I know what you mean. I can't think of a word. But.
Time at the bar, please.
Well, what I will say is, again, thank you, Mark, for writing that letter.
Yes.
We, from us, we wish you all the best, and you know where we are. We're always there for you, no matter what. And I'm quite sure that some of our listeners out there will have appreciated you opening up in that way, and that we'll be able to relate to what you're going through. I want to take this opportunity, just while we're talking about stuff like this, I do feel as though it's important. Obviously, if you want or feel the need that you want to talk to somebody or reach out to somebody, then there is, as we've mentioned, Andy's Man Club. So that's a men's mental health charity. You can get in touch with them at info@andysmanclub.co.uk. So that's email address info@andysmanclub.co.uk, or obviously there's the website www.andysmanclub.co.uk. Of course, don't forget, obviously there's also the Samaritans, so you can reach out to the Samaritans. You can actually email joe@samaritans.org. So you can just email jo@samaritans.org, or obviously samaritans.org as a website, or obviously you can also just dial 116123, and that goes straight through to the Samaritans. So that's 116123. And there's also CALM, which is a campaign against living miserably, and that's www.thecalmzone.net. And for anyone that might be needing something a little bit more urgent, obviously the Samaritans is obviously but also you can text SHOUT to 85258. That's SHOUT, that's SHOUT, and you can text that to 85258, and that'll provide immediate support. As much as we've said here that there is still a stigma around mental health, and especially men's mental health, but like we have also discussed, there is more help out there now than probably there ever has been.
Yeah.
And if you are feeling down, you're feeling low, there are places and people to reach out to. And you know what, guys, if you're listening to this in the car and you've not been able to write them things down or whatever, then by all means, absolutely anybody, you want to reach out to us, write on our socials, DM us or whatever, we'll quite happily point you in the right direction for help. It's important. We need to stand up together.
Yeah.
And we need to protect each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mark, don't feel like you need to rush back. We'll be all right for now. We will need you back at some point, definitely. But take the time you need to get yourself right. Our listeners will 100% behind you as much as they are us. So, yeah, take the time you need, mate.
Absolutely. And I just want to say to Mark, thanks again for sending this letter to us. We are here for you. We'll always be here for you. The door's open and your seats here still. We're trying to keep it warm for you. And we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. On a brighter note, well, not on a brighter note, obviously, I just want to make sure that people are out there listening. I hope that our Patreon listeners enjoyed our little Boxing Day treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously for those that didn't realise or that haven't got there yet, on Boxing Day we didn't release a normal episode. We gave an episode to our Patreon members, which was our live episode that we recorded in summer.
Yeah, that's a whole new ball game of a podcast.
It was, yeah. Although I've had some good feedback from it. People that,
have you?
Yeah. I've had some people say
good.
that they really enjoyed it and that it sounded really good.
The audio quality is not where we'd normally have it because
Well,
it was our
live.
first time,
and it was live. It was live. But yeah, the one person that's listened to it actually was at the live, and they said, "Oh, they can actually hear it properly now. Now it's on a recording.
Yeah.
On a recording."
And they've had to pay for it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's
Was there?
paper, yeah. But yeah, for anyone that has missed out and that wanted to go there, of course, you can still go now to patreon.com.
Yeah.
Patreon.com or obviously download the
Or
app.
download the app.
And subscribe. It's only £5 a month for ours. It's the cheapest we can do.
Depending if you're an Android or Apple.
Well, that's a different story, but that's
Yeah.
nothing to do with us. That's to do with Apple.
Yeah.
And the episode's still there. So if even if you join now, you'd still be able to go and listen to that exclusive episode that non-members can't listen to.
And actually they can, because they can pay for that if they want to.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You
it's a
don't.
one-off.
Yeah, I meant free.
Yeah.
They don't get it free.
No,
so.
they don't give it, but they can pay for it as a one-off. I can't remember how much it is on there, but go to Patreon and you'll find out.
Is it something like £99 somewhere? If it's a one-off?
It's not that bad.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
But it would work out better if you pay monthly.
Yes.
And on that note, shall we spin the wheel?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Oh, it's spinning.
What's it going to be? Oh, this is so exciting.
Come on.
He's nearly there.
The Wheel of Features.
Right, so last week
Yep.
was AI Jukebox Jam.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yes. So, I'll read it you again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it was
Yeah.
something by someone is a bittersweet goodbye, loving someone enough to let them go.
Now, am I right in thinking that I said something and I thought it were right?
Well, you said Whitney. Well, you went on about how it could be any song in the world.
Yeah, well,
and about how
yes.
general it is.
Yes, it's always wishy-washy from Rob.
But I think you settled on Whitney Houston.
Yeah, you
Yes.
made two guesses. Bryan Adams, Anything I Do it For You,
No,
and Whitney
I don't-
Houston.
did I?
You said it
Did
could
I?
be.
I think so. You
It
said
was only
so.
last week.
Mark, you were making the point of saying it could be anything.
Yeah,
it could be
It could be.
Bryan Adams, Anything I Do It For You, or Whitney Houston.
Right.
I will
That
always
one.
love you.
Yeah.
I will
okay.
always love
Well,
you.
right,
And
there
that
you
was the
go.
one you stuck with.
Okay.
I guessed. Think Twice, Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Oh, yeah.
We have had a guest from a listener,
All right.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
our friend Simon.
Oh, I'm going to say, is it Simon?
Yeah.
He'll be right then, whatever he said.
He's gone for Adele, Someone Like You.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Right.
So that was his guess.
Right. Well, I can tell you that Mark, you were right.
You're joking.
It was Whitney Houston.
What?
Anything I no. It was Whitney Houston. I Will Always Love You.
Oh, well done.
yeah.
Well done.
Really?
That's one of my favourite songs, that as
After
well.
you slagging it off, it was actually it was right. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well done, mate.
Well, thank you.
Do you know what? I can even give you one of these.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Was that it?
Yeah,
I was
that's all you
expecting,
get.
I was
no
expecting about
whoops.
5 minutes of clapping.
Did you want? You wanted the big.
Yeah, I wanted foghorns and air horns and clapping and
And there is
celebration,
something else
party poppers and
that I've realised.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
We never answered my plot puzzle.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
See, mine are simple. I do mine, and there's no. I mean, good job because I won't be able to remember.
Is this where we tell them what actually happened? And the reason why there was.
That's up to you, Rob.
I'll tell them. So the reason why you didn't get an episode on Boxing Day
It's because we love our Patreon members.
is because we love our Patreon members. Yes. Sadly, it's because I messed up the recording.
Yes, he did.
I
did.
accidentally assigned the same microphone to the same person, which therefore meant we didn't record Mark's voice. So we didn't have an episode to put
Now,
out.
there's listeners out there who are going, I wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered to me if Mark's not included in the podcast. I would have quite happily listened to Kirk and Rob minus Mark. So,
But yeah, so during that podcast, we did actually answer the plot puzzle, but obviously because it never went out, you know, I've realised that we haven't actually answered it.
Yeah.
So for those that can remember, because we're going back a few weeks now, it was the 5 words were live wire, smoke out, trigger point, partners, and break shot.
Now this is another one I had a guess at.
Now, we can't necessarily recreate it, right? But I was absolutely gone. So I thought that was really difficult. It was probably one of the most difficult ones that I've ever done.
Can I just say, as soon as you said that then, I kind of brain fart and thought, Kirk, we've already done this.
Yes, I know.
I know. I realised myself.
That's kind of the point,
yes,
Rob.
You do know. Yes, Rob, you know.
You're getting like me.
I know.
That's what I'd say.
And Mark, if I can try and paraphrase a little bit and just to give you a bit of a sense of what Mark did. Mark then said that it had the feeling of a duo, like a police cop duo.
That's what I said.
So then I said, "Oh, that's not bad. That would be a good guess." To which Mark then followed it up by saying, "Beverly Hills Cop." You know, that famous 2 police. So obviously once I'd taken the mickey out of him a little bit, he then realised and he went, "Oh, no. And the next words out of his mouth were absolutely bang on right. And he was and I was absolutely gobsmacked. So go away, Mark. So the live wire, smoke out, trigger point, partners, break shot. What film was it?
I can't remember.
I knew you was going I knew you
I
was
can't
gonna
remember. Did I say Ghostbusters or
No,
something?
you didn't.
No,
No.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
That's it. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Lethal. I know I can't speak. I'm that excited. Lethal Weapon. I said.
That's
didn't
what
you?
you said. Ethan's weapon. I'm like, easy tiger.
Lethal. Yeah,
So
Lethal
I,
Weapon.
I think he deserves another round of applause
Yeah, well,
for
yeah,
that, Rob, because he got that a few weeks ago.
I weren't as prepared for that.
No, not laughter. I don't want laughter.
Hit the wrong button, sorry.
That's it. Keep it on longer. I want it on about 10 minutes. This. See, that's 2 I've got in it. I mean, I'm getting too good for this.
You're going to get Simon's title before we know it.
Listen, I've impressed myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm no good at this. I mean, how long have we been doing it? 2 years.
2 years.
And I think that's the first 2 I've ever got right.
That's correct.
I mean,
Anyway,
I'm getting good.
Shall we actually spin the wheel?
Let's get it spun.
Should we spin it? Right, are you ready now?
Yeah,
spin
absolutely.
the wheel.
Spin
Here we
it.
go.
Go for it.
What kind of weirdo spins something anti-clockwise? Ooh, yay!
It's Kazoo's song, is he anyway?
Hey! Problem though,
Yep.
that's Mark's. It's other Mark's
Yeah.
feature.
Should we spin it again?
No. He won't mind, surely.
I'm
No,
sure
no.
he won't mind.
He won't mind if Mark does it.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's Mark's quoting finger
Well,
quotations. It's Mark's. You're Mark.
Okay.
And I'm next best thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, slide me his Kazoo over
I
there.
think it's over here. 1 second.
Where is it?
It's here. Right.
There you go.
So I've got to... I don't think I've ever played one of these.
It's the
So
small
I've got
end.
to... so it's the small end, right?
Yeah.
And which I blow into. And I've got...
Well, when you say blow, no,
What do I do?
no, you don't blow or
sucking it
suck. It's not a flute.
I'm
no,
sucking a
take
blow.
your fingers off that bit. That's the bit
Yeah.
that makes the noise.
Right.
Don't push that in.
I'm not pushing...
Right.
But it's not doing anything. I'm sucking
Right.
and blowing. And, look,
Right.
Listen. Listen.
Right. Yeah, stop sucking and blowing, right?
So what do I do then?
Right, it's like humming.
Oh, hang on then. Well, this is
No,
odd.
don't blow.
Hum.
Well, I don't need this. I might as well just hum.
No, 'cause you kind of go.
It's not working.
Right.
Is this...
Right,
Is this broken?
Just go. It's like. But
Like
a
that.
bit more gusto.
Listen, get Mark on phone. This is not what.
Mark,
I
come on,
can't-
surely you can do it.
honestly-
Pass it here. Let me just see if it's...
Rob, try and make sure it's not broke.
Yeah, pass it here.
That's not right. What are you doing?
Right.
Right.
Right. Look, this is me without it in. I'm going...
Okay. Oh. Right. Let me get it. Let me.
It's like
I thought you blew these things. Why is it not working? Don't- Oh, hang on.
Oh,
It's about.
it's like you're a little mouse.
Listen, I'd be great in an orchestra, wouldn't I? Put me on trumpets. Is that better?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's better.
that's better.
Right,
That's
right.
But
Okay.
so now you need to push your mic away a little bit so you
What?
can actually do it into
Oh,
the
okay.
microphone. No, keep going. Okay, keep going with the microphone.
What, over here?
Yeah, so it's into the microphone.
Oh, that. Oh, this
Yes,
comes out, I thought it come out of here.
No,
Right.
yeah.
There we go.
That's it. Right,
Yeah.
are we ready then?
Yeah, that's the tune.
What?
That's
Is
it.
it?
That's it.
What?
It's lost it again.
Yeah, hang on. Let me look at what I'm doing. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god, I
not-
thought Mark were bad. I thought Mark were bad at this.
Hang on, I've got to this is odd because I've got to concentrate on what the song is. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on, you can't hear me. I've got to concentrate on what the song is
Yeah.
and concentrate on how to play this.
Yeah.
And my tiny little brain's it can't cope with doing two things here. What? No, that's the first tune I we're doing. Hang on. I'm almost singing the song here.
You're definitely not.
No, it sounds like
I
a.
practically told you what it is.
I've got it.
I've got it. 3,
I've
2,
got it.
1. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? No.
No, it was Fast Love by George Michael. No, that's it. See, I can play it. Should you not let our listeners have a go?
we probably had quite a good length at getting that right, but by the end of it, mate, you sound like you were making love to it.
Yeah, I don't think this is my thing though. Mark,
I
come
don't.
back quick. We need you to play this thing.
I think it might be an idea that we don't do that one with you again.
No, don't do that with me. No.
And on that note, boys,
Yes,
It's been a pleasure.
it's been a pleasure.
has.
See you next week.
See you
See you
next
next
week.
week.
Thank you for your continued support with our independent podcast. Did you know that you can interact with us and other listeners on Facebook, on the Chat in Tap Room Facebook group? You can also get in touch via email, innthechat@gmail.com, and of course on any of our socials. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.